Going live, going live. We're live. What's up, YouTube? Packers fans worldwide. It's Aaron Nagler here with some extra cheese for you after the first day of minicamp. Josh Jones in the house, present and accounted for with a hamstring injury. Or as we're calling it around here, with a hamstring injury. I don't know. Maybe he really did hurt his hamstring while working out by himself down there in Florida. Seems awfully convenient, though, doesn't it, to have the guy back in town and then immediately sidelined, almost like they're working on something, perhaps shipping him out. Who knows? But Brian Gutekunst asked about it after practice, which, by the way, appreciate Gutekunst making himself available, knowing that Josh Jones would be a story. Gutekunst indicating that they will do, quote, what's best for the team, which is, of course, what you would expect him to say. But we'll see what transpires throughout the week. Matt LaFleur was asked about it, and LaFleur said he doesn't anticipate him participating at all this week in minicamp. So he'll be a spectator, albeit one who is at least in the fold, because you knew he had to show up, because there's no way he's going to pay all that, give up all that money and pay all those fines. Big picture, though, is Josh Jones' story. Yeah, he's a member of the Green Bay Packers. This is a Green Bay Packers website /blog/video stream. So the answer to your question is yes. What's up? What's up, Aaron? Thanks for jazz. Snazzy lighting you have there. I guess, yeah. It's the reflection. Sorry. Haha, Clinton Dix blocked me on Twitter for sending him the song Gotta Keep Your Head Up. I love you, Matub. Yeah, well, he blocked me on Twitter for defending his play. So, whatever. Hey, Nags with Ticket King, what home game would you purchase this year? Mark, I'd purchase one for every single game. You know how I do it, too? I'd go to cheeseheadtv.com, and I'd search about halfway down the page. See that link? It says Ticket King. I'd press that, and then I'd peruse all the home games. But I wouldn't stop there. I'd peruse the away games, too. Because look, if I need Green Bay Packers tickets, there's only one place I'm ever going to go. That's Ticket King. They've been around since 1992. They're located right across the street from Lambeau Field, but you can access them via cheeseheadtv.com. Ticket King for all your Green Bay Packers ticket needs. What punt return, kick returner guy were they talking about? Gary, I'm not quite sure who that question is regarding. If you're talking about the special teams coordinator and his media availability earlier, he was talking about Trevor Davis, but he was also talking about a host of other guys that have been thrown back there. One in particular was the guy they picked up off waivers from the Giants, I think. Will you be able to write the story of the 2019 Green Bay Packers without Josh Jones? We'll find out, won't we? But right now, here in this moment, it's a story. I don't understand this idea that we're all obsessed with the Green Bay Packers and we devour every single bit of news about the team every second of every day. But then all of a sudden, oh, that's not a story. Of course it's a story. We're talking about the Packers every single day of our lives. Yes, Josh Jones not being there because he wants to be traded and then showing up because he's going to be fined if he doesn't. Yes, it's a story. But hey, if you want to do like the Cliff Notes version of the Packers and consume them in a very kind of laissez-faire way, that's fine. That's great. But is it a story for me, Aaron Nagler, on my channel? Yes. Yes, it is. Do you miss the Gazette? I miss the people, and I miss the camaraderie that I shared with some of those people. And I miss going to the games, man. That was a good time. Being in the press box. I've said this before. I think I said this in the On Milwaukee piece. I really miss sitting next to Tom Oates in the press box. That was probably one of my favorite things on the beat. Tom's obviously covered the team forever, covered Wisconsin sports forever. He has just tons of great stories. And I always like talking to him about local dining establishments. Let's see. Clubhouse Live is a curse. Who hosted this year and causes stress within the team? Hey, I don't think Tom Crabtree caused any stress when he was the host. I don't think who else has done it? Can't remember now. I know it's been him. It's been Josh Jones. There was one in between there. Well, John, didn't Kuhn do it? I don't think Kuhn did. I don't know. Who do you think will have a better year, MVS or EQ? I mean, it's, better year. If you're talking strictly numbers wise, I think MVS will have the better opportunity to. I think they're both going to contribute, but I do think MVS has star potential, and I do think he'll be first up in the rotation, so to speak. Ty Montgomery hosted it. Thank you. There you go. Yeah, Ty did cause a little ruckus, but then he was promptly shipped out of town. That's right. Ty did host. I forgot about that. But, I think Ty had every reason to be frustrated after that Rams game, after those Anon quotes came out. But he knew he wasn't long for Green Bay as soon as he talked about it Monday at his locker. What's up with Mike Daniels? Ryan, that's a good question. I know they're holding him out due to injury, but because it's the offseason, they're not required to specify what kind of injury it is. I actually reached out to Mike, and he hasn't responded, not surprisingly. But yeah, they're sitting him down. He's dealing with something. Favorite beer right now? I'll tell you what. It's whatever beer wants to send me a check to talk about them online. That's my favorite beer right now. Robert, you missed the Ticket King plug already, but thank you for the reminder. I love that. I don't even have to worry about the deliverables. My audience will pester me into giving them, regardless of whether I script it or not. In your opinion, are both Smith's upgrades over Clay Matthews on paper? Well, I think Za'Darius, you can do a lot more with Za'Darius up and down the front. As far as Preston goes, probably a little bit of one, purely as an edge rusher. Considering what we've seen from Clay Matthews the last 2 years, one-on-one versus the better tackles in the league, yeah, I would say Preston's a slight upgrade. Did Jones show up? He did, James. Josh Jones on the sideline. But I don't know why you're asking, because it's not a story, apparently. Did you see Grossi's new beer fridge? I did, Stewie. It is very impressive, and I hope he's got it stocked so that after I whoop his ass in Madden, he'll have something to cry into. I love summer, but I'm ready for some leaves changing color and pads smashing. Philip, I could not agree more. And I'll take it a step further. I mean, you say you love summer. I mean, I don't love summer. Every summer, summer arrives and I think, can we simulate the end, please? The moment Memorial Day comes around, I'm ready. I'm ready for fall. If you're a Packers fan and get scared about availability and King in the same sentence, try Ticket King. They've been available for every game since 1992. No injuries, just great deals. I love it. What about Kumaro? 2 touchdown catches in red zone today. Aaron Rodgers finding touchdown Jesus a couple times. One of them off schedule, apparently. So Kumaro showing up, making plays. Now, all of that said, they're in shorts. Doesn't mean a whole lot, but it's good to see him in the rotation. Good to see 12 looking his way. Good to see him producing. All bodes well. Just another step. You doing any other Packer events at Kettle of Fish over the offseason? Joseph, nothing imminent, but we'll certainly be partnering with them again at some point. Maybe prior to the start of the season. I'll most likely be, it's not official yet, but I'll most likely be in Green Bay for the start of training camp through the first preseason game. So it won't be during that time period, but certainly most likely something prior to week 1. I live in LA. The summer means nothing to me. Yeah, the summer sucks in New York, man. I love living in New York City. Everybody who's followed me for any length of time knows I love New York. It's my town. But God, summer sucks here. Easier decision, cutting Sitton or not re-signing Lang? Whoo, chat. Revisionist question here. Easier. I think for Ted and Mike, cutting Sitton was easier. There had been rumblings for a while about Josh and Mike coming to a head, and I think Ted really got to a point where he just didn't want the guy in his locker room anymore. So for them, I think it was an easy choice, completely, devoid of relationships and what have you. It's a real push. But for them, it was probably cutting Sutton. Prediction time. Who gets more snaps, Williams or Jones? Jack, if you're talking about the offensive backfield, I think it's definitely Jones. Did you read the story on Henry Mitchell? Alex, I did. And if anybody has not yet read Wes's great work, both the written piece and the video accompaniment, I highly recommend you head over to Packers.com and check it out. It is absolutely outstanding. My daughter just turned 1. Is it too late to sign her up for the season ticket waiting list? It's never too late. Keep the dream alive. I'm number 56,000 or something like that. And this is a true story. My father was bequeathed my grandfather's tickets. My mother's dad, Ralph, left his season tickets where he took me as a young lad, my earliest memory in life, 3 years old. My grandfather sat in his seats, first game, first memory of my life. My dad was offered those tickets, was willed those tickets. And my dad passed, said, nope, no thanks. Now, people hear that and they go, oh my God, that's crazy. And yes, it's a little nuts, but you have to remember how awful the Packers were at that time, back, in the mid 80s. And, to pay the money you have to pay, which has only grown exponentially over time. I understand why my dad made that decision, but it does mean that I've been kicked to the back of the line. So hopefully someday my grandkids will have some great seats in Lambeau. What is your dream matchup for the Packers' next Super Bowl? Robert, more than anything in this life, I want the Packers to face the Patriots again so we can have Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady for 2 weeks, hyped up, and then just have the Packers absolutely destroy the Patriots. That would be my dream. I don't anticipate that happening, unfortunately, but that would be awesome. If you had to choose the final cut for 53, Davis or Kumaro, Danny asked me again this summer during training camp. Since you're making shirts now, I would definitely buy a Nobody Knows shirt. Ryan, duly noted. There will be more merch coming. If you missed it yesterday on the Packers Daily Chat, I did wear our new arrival, a lot of Ball Game Left t-shirts coming to Cheesehead TV, the shop at cheeseheadtv.com within a week or so. They'll be ready. Odds that Ficken is there week 1. Feel like odds are stacked against him even if he kicks better than Crosby. Oh, Chad, there's zero question the odds are stacked against him. He is most certainly there to push Mason and to help Mason rest his leg a little bit, probably. But, yeah, the odds are very long, and he is definitely going to have to clearly outperform Crosby. And even then, it's a big time long shot. When does training camp start? July 25th. I believe the shareholders meeting is the day before on the 24th, which is a Wednesday, and then camp starts that Thursday. Kadar Holman next Casey Hayward. I don't know about all that, but I do know that he certainly caught Larry McCarron's eye at minicamp today. Kid's got all the tools. There's no doubt about that. Appears he's shining in press man coverage. One to watch when the pads come on, no doubt. Nice. Who's the top 5 defensive player in Packers history? Top 5? Just the top 5 or a list of the top 5? Man, off the top of my head, I have no idea. Come on. Give me some time on that one. Minicamp is like anything. It's true. The organizational structure is overblown. Mark Murphy is the GM who delegates personnel decisions to his top personnel guy. It's a fine way to look at it, if you so choose. Could Trevor Davis be the surprise slot guy? Go Pack Go from Austria. What's up, Stefan? Could he be? Sure, absolutely. And he's certainly turning some heads, making some plays, getting mentioned nearly every day. Absolutely. Could he make the push? You bet. Do I anticipate that happening? No, I do not. But pads come on, rubber meets the road, we'll see what he's got. That's generally when he starts to disappear. But maybe this new system, new opportunity, who knows? Given that Pettine has more players that fit his system this year on paper, in your opinion, what do you think the ceiling of this defense can be? Ultimately, I think it can be as good as Pettine's defense was with the Jets in 2009, 2010. And that was a damn good defense. I think that's the ceiling. I really do. Now, the one thing they're missing there is a true kind of eliminate half the field corner that he had to play with in Darrelle Revis that year. But the defense can be as good as a whole. It can absolutely attain that level. Does Rodgers hold the ball too long in minicamp too? David, apparently he did so at least on one play today that the coach referenced was off schedule, but it resulted in a touchdown, which is why you can't get upset when he holds the ball too long, because for every sack and throwaway, you also get big plays and touchdowns. And that's also how he won 2 MVPs. That's how he plays the game. What else we got? Is Fackrell our Bart Scott? I love it. Sure. Yeah, why not? Who's going to be the third string wide receiver? I don't think there'll be a true, delineated. Obviously, there's Devontae Adams at 1. Then after that, it's going to be messy. I think MVS probably gets the most opportunities as the year goes along. But I think EQ, Kumaro, even Davis, all these guys are going to be vying for some kind of, not a package specifically for them, but they're going to be utilized and kind of rotated through. We've seen and heard about Geronimo Allison running in the slot. I think a lot of these guys will be given opportunities at a variety of positions, but ultimately it'll be Devontae. Maybe MVS will become a clear number 2, and then after that, it's going to be a mix. Where is Corey? Alex, Corey is in California at Pebble Beach. LiveX is currently handling the online live streaming duties for the Amateur Open. And it's our 3rd year doing so. This year is the first year we've got our LiveX 4K mobile unit out on set, and Corey is overseeing that. It's a pretty big undertaking. We've got most of the offices out there, except for me, just hanging out in the studio by myself. What's up, LiveX? But yeah, so Corey's out there all week. Have you seen all the think pieces about Taysom Hill this offseason? I haven't. I've perused. I saw the one this morning. Somebody tweeted out. Was it Mike Tanier from Bleacher? I can't remember who it was, but I did see the one where the new wave could be having 2 people on the field at a time that could possibly throw passes, which is obviously something that the Saints employ every time Taysom Hill comes out. And I'll just say, sure, yeah. Is it a possibility? Could that be a new wave? Sure. Do I want a offense that potentially takes the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands and has someone else throwing it more than maybe once a game? No, I do not. That's just me. I see high praise for way too many players in OTAs. Well, Martin, what are you expecting? The coaches are going to come out and say, oh, this guy sucked today. I mean, it'd be refreshing, but it's never going to happen. So, you got to take it all with a grain of salt. Of course, yes, you're going to get nothing but high praise. It's the way it is. I mean, hell, at least there's a little bit of nugget of football to talk about, right? I mean, sure as hell beats talking about the NBA, I'll tell you that. Imagine Fat Girl yelling, can't wait, after a big week 1 win. And he sacks Trubisky 3 times. Jordan, that's something I can get behind. I'm all on that. Oh, God, I just heard Spriggs went down today in practice. Yes, he did. He did indeed. He got hurt, and he was removed from the action. And the fun part is that it's not only your right tackle backing up, but your left tackle back up. So who knows? Maybe it's addition by subtraction. I kid. But yes, Spriggs got hurt today. Nagler, you make my hour drive home a lot less sucky. Chad, I thank you for that. I question you're listening or watching this while driving, but I hope you take care of yourself. And thanks for the kind words. Aaron Harper with the truth of the day. The Bears still suck. Of course the Bears still suck. No matter how good they are. Even if they win the Super Bowl, they still suck. Please, come on. Everybody knows this. As king on the field, Tim, he has been doing individual stuff. They've still held him out of most teamwork, but LaFleur did say after practice that they anticipate him being a full go when they reconvene for training camp in late July. So sounds like he's progressing well. He's on target to be 100% ready to go day one of training camp. Here's hoping. Don Barclay or Justin McCray? Justin McCray, each and every way. If for no other reason, I think he can do a little bit more at a lot of different positions than Donnie could. Using voice text. Very good, Chad. Just drive safe, buddy. Who do you predict to be the Packers sack leader in 2019? Whew. That's a tough one. I'll say Zadarius Smith. I just think he'll be on the field the most and have the most opportunity. Please, please, please. I want a Cheesehead TV coffee mug. Make it so. Robert? Patience, young Padawan. Force will it. Can't see Aaron Jones or Jair on return duties. Would rather have a not so good guy doing. Oh, I love it. Hey, Deshaun Jackson's still returning punts, for God's sakes. I want guys that are amazing athletes with the ball in their hand, with the potential to break one. I get it, fear of injury, etc. I understand all that. I want the best players at the best positions doing the best jobs. Like if Jair Alexander all of a sudden looks like, the second coming of Deion Sanders as a returner, who also, by the way, returned kicks and punts while still being a starter and was amazing at all of it. If he's the best guy for the job, I want him out there. I don't want to play like, oh, God, he might get hurt. Oh, no, that's how people get hurt, because they're scared of getting hurt. Get out there. If he's the best, put him out on. Put him on special teams. I don't care. Sick and tired of all this playing scared stuff. Can Kaiser return punts and kicks? Can make himself useful. You guys are mean. You're funny, but you're mean. Oh, Robert, plans to go to Galaxy's Edge. You want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans. So, yeah, no, I can't wait. It looks amazing. I will say, though, all right. This is my beef with Galaxy's Edge. It looks amazing. Everyone involved. Job well done. But doesn't it kind of kill the mystique or, the immersive nature of it all when everything in the park is of the world, right? It's all everything is supposedly canon and all the actors are in character. And then there are a bunch of like schlubs in t-shirts and shorts and backwards baseball hats running around, kids scream like blah, blah, blah. Like, shouldn't you have to wear a costume? Shouldn't you be handed something when you arrive? Like, oh, here you are. Here is your Star Wars costume to wear within the park while you spend time there. Like, it just ruins it. It's like someone taking a machete to a beautiful painting. You get this great vista of like the Falcon and then like Bob in his shorts and sneakers. Like every time I see pictures of it, it's driving me insane. So that's it. That's my one quibble. But other than that, yeah, it looks awesome. Oh, Brandon, I saw that. Amos responded to the Bears comparing him and Clinton Dix. Wouldn't it be best practice for a team to not answer that question? Imagine the Packers bashing Clinton Dix's tackling and angles. I thought Amos made the correct point when he said you can praise your own guys without having to say anything about me. And look, when that quote came out from the Bears celebration that they had, quote unquote, graded Clinton Dix consistently better than Amos, I was kind of shocked, actually, that would be said in a public forum. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that personnel people say in private, but you never get that kind of candor publicly. Now, perhaps that's true, and perhaps that's, within the walls of Hallis Hall, this is common knowledge. This is how we feel about it. But to say it publicly, I was surprised. That's all. Which begs the question, what would you wear to Galaxy's Edge? My best Han Solo costume, obviously. Thoughts on KD's playing hurt, then getting more hurt? He's a competitor who wanted to play, and then he got hurt. I think it's pretty simple. And everyone talking about like the Warriors being neglectful or whatever. Shut up. Like, he didn't get a million opinions medically on how much damage he might do if he got out there. Like, it's a grown-ass man. He made the decision to go play. It's ridiculous. Did you see John Wick 3? I love how these just start to meander after a while. No, I have not. Not yet. I will. But as of the moment, I have not had the time. Greetings from hell, Jack. I hope you get some ice water on hand. I hope it's not too hot. Trevor Davis gets reps with the ones because he is suspiciously good in shorts. That's very possible, Ryan. All right, buddy, I'm going to have to jump. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I couldn't get to your question. You guys are amazing each and every day. You always bring it. Thank you so much. Please check out cheeseheadtv.com for all the latest on the Packers. And if you need tickets to a Packers game, check out Ticket King. You can find them on our website, cheeseheadtv.com, about halfway down. They've been around since 1992. They can handle all your ticket needs for the Green Bay Packers. Check them out. And hey, subscribe, share this video. Please subscribe to the channel. I want to get to at least 10,000 by the time training camp starts. I've lowered my expectations somewhat. Thank you so much, everybody. Hope to see you tomorrow. Have a great day.